And then I had to go to work on how do I make myself even better. Well, to get that job first, I had to make the phone call. I had to make sure that when I had an interview, I was thoroughly prepared. I had researched his website. I had talked to some of his salespeople. I had talked to his sales managers. I did all of the work up front. Then when I got to the interview, I was so prepared from a persuasion standpoint. I knew all of his problems. I knew all of his challenges within his workforce. I knew what the company's goals were. And I was able to articulate by how I showed up that I was the right person to help take his company to another level. And Ronnie,
wow.
Persuasion comes down to a lot of factors. It's not just what you say, but it's how you show up. And for everybody out there that's listening to this, that means every email you write has to be spot on.
Wow.
When you make a phone call, you have to be prepared to say the right things. You've got to study language and persuasion techniques. Next, the other piece is, when it comes to persuading other people, everything you do matters. And I want people to write that down. Everything you do matters. And that means the fact that you call them when you say you're going to call them. You follow up diligently. You call them at night. You call them in the morning. You hunt them down. You do not ever stop until you get the outcome that you want or the conversation you want. Then, when you show up for that job interview, I use the phrase, everything matters, because here's what happens, Ron. When you show up for the first time and somebody meets you, they start making decisions about you within 10 seconds. So how you dress, how you comb your hair, whether you're shaven or not, everything you do, you have to think through so that when somebody meets you for the first time, they have that wow effect. Anytime I interview somebody,
I like that.
Yeah, you want to look sharp. You want to make sure your shirt is pressed. You want to make sure that you just got your suit back from the dry cleaner. You want to feel physically good, meaning working out and eating right is so important. Because when you make a decision, as a leader, anytime I make a decision to bring somebody on my team, I'm always thinking about, number one, can they do the job? Do they have the qualifications? Number two, will they do the job and do it well? And that comes out in the way that you interview. It comes out in the way you're able to describe your experiences and describe the successes you've had in the past. And the third thing I think about, will they be a good fit for the rest of my team? And that's why I say when you interview when somebody's interviewing you, they're thinking about these three things. And your ability to be likable is so key because they want to bring somebody on that's going to be a good team player, that's going to follow the rules, that's going to get along well with everybody. And the reason I focus on the fact that everything matters, you've got to show up for that interview prepared like it's the Super Bowl. You've got to be so sharp. Bring it top of your resume. Right? Does that make sense?
Right, I'm with you. Hey, you're talking about this word persuasion, okay? And one of the things I'd like to say right now, Gene is a master strategist in the world of persuasion. He just got you creating a product that's getting ready to hit the market called Made to Persuade. It gives you a step-by-step overview of 7 amazing tips on persuasion. Gene is a coach in that world. He knows what he's talking about. He's working with world-class people. He just got back from Las Vegas working with Tony Robbins, Chet Holmes, a number of people, and he was one of the speakers carrying content. He knows what he's talking about. How, from your perspective, Gene, so why is persuasion so important, especially for job seekers?
Well, the first thing I want to do, Ron, is let's make sure everybody out there, do they have your email address, Ron?
Yes, absolutely. So you can reach me at ron@thefriendzone.tv. And you know my website, thefriendzone.tv. And I'm here every Tuesday morning from 10:30 until